Welcome to Rule Benders, the game show where the rules don't just change, they hide. 3 players, 1 secret rule, twisting the truth behind every question, challenge, and chaotic outburst. Your job? Survive the confusion, spot the pattern, and bend the game before it breaks you. Some answers will seem wrong, but they'll score. Some will feel perfect, but you'll get nothing but the sound of my disappointed silence. So keep your cool, trust nothing, and maybe, just maybe, outsmart the nonsense. We are joined here today by Trevor Forever. Give us a little bit about yourself.
Oh no.
All right. I am a YouTube and Twitch creator. I haven't done Twitch in a while because of I got some teeth removed, but I may or not be streaming here again soon. Otherwise, I do YouTube as well, where I used to do gaming content all the time. Now I'm kind of doing some skit content. So that's where you can find me, Twitch and YouTube.
Ricky.
Ben the Goblin.
That's me. I'm Ben the Goblin. I'm a Pokemon streamer. I do Nintendo stuff too. We're gonna get the Switch too. And I've got a cute ass cat. And his name's Doobie.
Where can they find you?
Everywhere at Ben the Goblin.
And Wicked LO Plays.
Hello, everybody. My name's Wicked. Nice to meet you. I'm ready to rock this joint. Let's do it.
Okay.
The deepest voice on Twitch.
Can you guys hear
Yes,
this?
sir.
Also, aka Butter God.
Can you guys hear this?
Yeah.
Perfect. Oh,
Guess the rule, don't be a pretender. You're playing the game of Rule Bender.
We'll just do this. We probably won't even need.
It's a good song.
All right, Trevor. Name a villain.
There we go, Baker.
Name a villain. Let's go with Harley Quinn.
Close, but no cigar. Ben?
A villain.
No. Wicked?
Joker?
No. Let's go back to Trevor.
You lied then.
Juggernaut.
Nope. Ben?
A villain.
No, you said that last time. It's still not
A
it.
villain.
Wicked. Name a villain.
Scarecrow.
Close, but no cigar. Trevor. Name a villain.
Mr. Freeze.
No. Ben? Name a villain.
Dr. Evil.
No. Wicked? Can you name a villain for me?
Huh.
I know.
Bane.
No. Maybe villains isn't your guys' category. Trevor? Can you name a fruit for me?
Apple.
No. Ben?
We go back to villain.
No.
Can we go back to villain?
Name a fruit.
Alrighty. Then I'm gonna say carrot.
No. Wicked? Can you name a fruit for me?
Grape.
And back to Trevor.
Watermelon.
Not it. Ben?
Potato.
Does not seem so. Wicked. Name a fruit.
Melon.
No. Well, let's try maybe name a fantasy creature, Trevor.
A Balrog.
Oh, what was that?
A Balrog.
What is that?
It's the giant demon from Lord of the Rings.
Okay. That is not the answer I'm looking for. Ben, name a fantasy creature.
Pixie.
Not quite right. Wicked. Name a fantasy creature.
Peter Pan.
No. Trevor, you want to give it another shot? Name a fantasy creature.
Name a fantasy creature. Am I naming something that doesn't exist, maybe?
I know what it is.
A flipper floop.
That was not the answer I'm looking for, Trevor. Ben?
Damn.
Jim the Pixie.
That is not the answer I'm looking for. Wicked. Name a fantasy
Godzilla.
creature. Godzilla? We'll give it one more shot to Trevor. Name a fantasy creature.
What are the rules of this game?
That is for you to find out.
No.
Well, you're not going to get a lot of points.
Damn, I was hoping that it was like a don't answer kind of thing. All right.
No was your answer?
Yep.
That was not what I was looking for. Ben, name a fantasy creature.
Name a fantasy creature.
Yeah. No. You tried this with the villain one, it didn't work. That was the answer I'm looking for now. Wicked. Name a fantasy creature.
Trolls.
Not quite what I was looking for. Do you guys want to give this one another round, or you want to go to the next?
Give me the next one.
Okay. Trevor, name an anime.
I'm like trying to figure out what you're doing here. Death Note.
Not what I was looking for. Ben the Goblin, name an anime.
Pokemon.
Not quite it. Wicked, name an anime.
Dragon Ball Z.
Not it. Trevor, you have another anime you want to try to name?
The Devil has a part-time job.
Not what I was looking for. Ben the Goblin, name an anime.
Caillou.
Caillou?
Caillou?
not what I was looking for. Wicked, name an anime.
Naruto.
Naruto, not quite what I was looking for. Trevor, name an anime.
Like, am I supposed to like name something?
I don't know.
That's like it's the only like common thing on all these questions. Fred.
Fred, not what I was looking for. Ben the Goblin, name an anime.
Anime and name.
No. Wicked. Name an anime.
Naruto Shippuden.
Okay, that was also not what I was looking for. Trevor,
Yes.
name an anime.
Vinland Saga.
Not what I was looking for. Ben the Goblin, name an anime.
DBZ.
No. Wicked already said that one.
He did say that one.
Did you want to give a different answer? Or was
No.
that okay?
No.
Wicked, name an anime.
Bleach.
Not what I was looking for. We'll give this one more go. Trevor, name an anime.
There's gotta be something to this.
There's got to be something there. It's Trevor's logic. Think of all the answers you've given that didn't give points.
Well, yeah.
They'll figure it out eventually.
I'm gonna name an animated movie. How about this? How about Spirited Away?
Not what I was looking for. Ben, name an anime.
Goku.
Go. No, that's not what I was looking for. Wicked, name an anime.
Solo leveling.
Ooh.
Not quite it. Do you guys want to give this category another shot, or do you guys want to go to the next slide?
Try
Next
one more
slide.
time.
Next slide. We are going to draw.
Okay.
You guys are going to title and draw me a useless invention. I'll give you guys a few minutes.
Okay.
Just let me know when you guys are feeling like you're pretty much done. I won't time it or anything.
Title and draw you a useless invention.
Yep. Title and
Okay.
draw me a useless invention. We're going to go to Trevor's first. Oh. And did you want to explain what's going on here?
So this is the forget sack. So you do step 1, you're just there, you right? Step 2, you pull out a sack. You put it on your head. Step 3,
Okay.
you just don't remember shit. Totally useless.
Okay. I think we're gonna give Trevor 5 points. Wicked. Do you want to enlighten us on what your invention here is?
Well, well, Rick, it is called the blinker fluid, and today's invention is the best type of fluid that you can give your wife if she ever needs to worry about having to get stranded on the road where she can't wipe those windshields. This fluid right here is for you. All you need is a quick spray, tat of that, and you're good to go, my friend. It is cheap, reliable, and 100% great.
And who did you say this for?
It's very universal, Rick. It can
My
be used for
wife.
everybody, but it's mainly for the girlfriends and
Okay. No points to Wicked, unfortunately.
rigged.
Ben, would you like to enlighten me on what your invention here is?
This is the chain ping pong paddle. And what it does is, I mean, it's a ping pong paddle, but on a chain instead of being connected to the handle, it's connected via a chain. So when it's tried to, when it's
Am I allowed?
used, it swung, but you never hit ping pong paddle, so it's pretty useless.
Okay.
As
Unless you're a ninja.
I will also say Ben doesn't get points for this round.
well, it's a good useless invention, isn't
What
it?
does Trevor get points, but we don't get rigged?
That's for you guys to find out.
Fucking bag.
Okay,
Fucking
the
bag.
next
That's
thing
pretty useless, man.
the next thing you guys you just undo everything. The next thing you guys are going to be making for me, I want you to name and draw me a new Pokemon. We are going to start with Wickeds this time.
Yeah.
Wicked.
Hell yeah, dude.
You want to explain your Pokemon here? The name, what its abilities are, what typing, whatever you want to explain about this Pokemon. You can lore drop
Sure,
if you want
sure,
to.
sure, Rick. Let me try to get into a little detail with this. So today we have what you would call a forever goblin, and kind of what I envision forever goblin would be. Just kind of quite handsome in the aspects, but a little purplish in the ass front. So whenever he comes in there, he gets the job done. He's noticeable. He comes with a move set of a flashbang. He blinds anybody and everybody that sees him. One look at him and you go blind. That's kind of how the thing goes. He's just that good. As you can tell, he comes with a flashy Pokeball as well that'll keep him nice and tight whenever he needs to rest. And yeah,
What kind of damage is this Mon doing?
um well he's more of a passive aggressive mon. He's a lover, not a fighter, so he doesn't like to really fight. He most likely just likes to flashbang and incapacitate his victims, and then
Okay. What's his
somebody else
defense
gets it.
stat looking like?
He's pretty beefy on the defense stat, Rick. He's got a quite a passive, a special passive that if he eats enough weed seeds, he actually gets a boost in his
Oh,
defense. So he
he
gets
eats weed seeds.
he gets a 25% boost in his defense, kind of like a protective shell, if you will.
Okay.
And yeah, so it works out pretty good.
I like it. Unfortunately, it is not going to earn you any points. I did like the presentation and the Mon that you brought forth today, though.
Rigged.
Trevor, we're going to go over to yours. Would you like to explain your Mon to us?
Absolutely. This is Char Death. Ben, get out of here.
I didn't mean to grab it.
You
I
can
don't know where
undo. You
this
can press
was.
undo.
What
You can press
the
undo.
fuck? You press undo.
The top right. Little arrow.
There we go. All right, so this is Char Death. This is an evolution of the Charmander line, although there's only one in existence. This is Ash Ketchum's Charizard, because he never ages, but his Pokemon do. This is the forever Charizard that has been around for so many seasons and so many years. It eventually dies, but it doesn't die because neither does Ash. It now lives on as a skeleton. That's why it's Ghost type and Fire type. All the same moves as Charizard, except for it learns, some Shadow moves like Shadow Ball, things of that nature. Um, Pretty dope mon, pretty sketchy, being that's 1-1. You can't really get that anywhere else unless you're a forever child. But yeah, that's my guy.
I
Signature
see.
move is it's a mixture of like a flamethrower slash like shadow ball, kind of like a swirling flame thing. It's pretty sick.
So let's say that universes collided and Timmy Turner and Bart Simpson were in this universe. Would they be able to catch one of these?
No, it's a 1-of-1. Well, actually, yeah, because since they don't age either, yeah.
Okay.
If they catch a Charmander and they live for fucking ever, then technically yes.
Okay. What about somebody who's like 102 years old and had a Charmander like when they were born?
I'm gonna say no because I have a feeling that Pokemon live for a long time. I think they outlive humans. You right? Like I
Okay.
got a feeling like a lot of Pokemon live longer than like 50 to 80 years.
Okay.
Most
I
dragons live a long fucking time, dude.
I unfortunately cannot give you any points for this drawing, Trevor.
Fair enough.
It was a great drawing though,
It's
and a
all right.
great mon. Let's move on right over to Ben the Goblins. Can we hear some lore about your Pokemon here, Ben?
Yeah, this is a Taco Bell mon, and this is a baby Pokemon. This is a stage 1 of 3.
Okay.
So this
What would
is
his
the
evolutions be?
well, you have to have certain requirements to evolve him. So he's kind of like an Eevee. Depending on what sort of hot sauce you give him, that is what kind of Evo you're gonna get. So if you give him the Verde sauce, he's gonna turn into his Verdemon. And then if you give him fire sauce or Diablo sauce, it's Diablomon. You kind of get the theme, you know.
Okay, okay.
This is his signature move, Baja Blast. And yeah.
I am going to give this 2 points.
2 points. Very nice. Very nice.
Very nice.
2 points for
Yo,
that.
I'll just say it was a great
fucking
Pokemon.
rigged.
It is not
Whoa.
rigged, I promise. The
This is the
next
best
thing I want
Pokemon.
you guys to draw. Oh wait, never mind. It's only the 2.
Oh, damn! I was enjoying the drawing part.
Damn.
I mean, I could give you a third one if you guys want.
Nah, it's all good, man. I don't want to derail your whole game show. Here.
I mean, we can. Yeah, I was having fun with it too. I mean,
Get me out of here. Yeah, me and Ricky were drawing together at one point. We were both working on Taco Bellmon.
that
What?
wasn't the reason he got the points. By the way, I like Flames and I wanted to make him a little better. He just had the mono red.
Oh no.
Okay.
All right, I don't see no points on that slide there.
One second. I'm getting things set up still. I didn't have the points on the
Alright.
last 2 sides.
It's all good.
Because your slide was bad.
Negative 1 point.
All right. Trevor is currently at 5 points, Ben at 2, and Wicked at 0. Think back to what you guys drew, why I might have given you guys points over the others, and let's go into the next round. These are riddles. We will start with Trevor. I am not alive, yet I grow. I can be tall, but I have no bones. I come in waves, but never speak. I can carry ships or drown them in a week. What am I?
Waves.
That is not the answer I'm looking for from you. Ben,
Damn.
same question.
I'm gonna have to reread that one just so we get it.
People.
People is not
People
the answer
live.
I'm looking for from you. Wicked.
Fire, Rick.
Also not the answer I'm looking for. I have a spine, but no face. My words can take you any place. I'm silent until I'm read aloud. Then I can captivate a crowd. What am I? Trevor.
A book.
No. Ben?
A dictionary.
No. Wicked. Do you need me to read the question for you?
Well, I'm reading it, but yeah. read it.
I have a spine, but no face. My words can take you any place. I'm silent until I'm read aloud. Then I can captivate a crowd. What am I?
Motivation.
Not the answer I'm looking for. Trevor. I mark the time, but have no hands. I'm often carried through distant lands. I'm not a map, but show you where. Adventures wait from here to there. What am I?
Hmm. A sundial?
That is not the answer I'm looking for, Trevor. Ben, same question.
Trevor said sundial, so I won't say that anymore. I'm gonna go with hope.
That is also not the answer I'm looking for. Wicked.
Can you read it again, Rick?
I mark the time, but have no hands. I'm often carried through distant lands. I'm not a map, but show you where. Adventures wait from here to there. What am I?
Compass.
That is not the answer I'm looking for, Wicked. Now, a word from our sponsor. Fuck it, we'll start from the beginning.
Are you emotionally stable, hydrated, living a peaceful life? Gross. You need Emotion Potion. The only feelings in a can endorsed by pirates, nurses, grandpas, and your inner chaos. Woo! I spent 40 years on the rails, steam, suit, silence. I didn't talk much. I didn't need to. The train knew me. Then I sprayed nostalgia nectar, and I was back there. The click of the tracks, the smell of the diesel, Doris yelling, "You missed dinner again, Walt!" Now I sit in my recliner every night and listen to old whistles on YouTube. Sometimes I wave to them. Order, protocol, tidy spreadsheets. That's what feelings are to me. Interruptions. But then I tried flirtatious fennel. One spray, I told a nurse her earrings reminded me of constellations. She laughed and I panicked. Then I cried in a stairwell because a patient said thank you. I didn't even treat him. I just handed him a clipboard. Is it weird to miss a moment you don't know you were having? Yar, I once believed me heart was forged from cannon smoking espresso rounds. Then bittersweet brine hit me like a road wave. I didn't dream of treasure, I dreamed of Dad. The man taught me how to scowl, but not how to ask for help.
This took me 30
I've
minutes
been
of
trying to
vocals, by
write a
the way.
book for 12 years.
I love this.
Now, all I can write is poetry. Sea haikus. They're terrible. They're honest. Boats float. I don't. Storm take more than wind or gold. Barbara
What up, Danny?
squawks once more. Side effects of Emotion Potion may include an inexplicable urge to text your ex at 3 a.m., unsolicited emotional breakdowns in the middle of your gym workout, deep philosophical debates with your dog, unexplainable feelings of nostalgia for 3rd grade, or that one time you accidentally burned a grilled cheese sandwich and never quite forgave yourself. May also cause sudden obsession with fictional characters, unexpected outbursts of poetry in public spaces, and impulsive apologies for things you didn't even do, like that time your friend accidentally spilled his drink on your shirt and you felt like you should apologize even though it wasn't your fault. It can lead to random bursts of song, including but not limited to "I Will Always Love You," "My Heart Will Go On," and "Take Me Home, Country Roads." May also make you emotionally attached to inanimate objects, such as your coffee mug, your favorite pair of socks, or your oddly shaped cactus named Gregory. Please do not spray near your family's heirloom collection, as it may cause
cause uncontrollable sobbing and deep existential questioning about the passage of time. If you start believing your plants can talk, or that you are the protagonist in a 90s rom-com, please consult a therapist, a support group, or your local barista. In rare cases, Emotion Potion has caused a deep emotional connection with the weather patterns, included, but not limited to, spontaneous dancing in the rain, developing a strange longing for thunderstorms, and believing the sun is judging you. Users may also experience a sudden urge to buy a boat, even if they live nowhere near water. If you find yourself writing 5 different versions of your memoirs, all titled The Long Road to Emotional Enlightenment, or crying over the fact that your childhood blanket is just a blanket, please know that this is normal. Really, it's not. It's very concerning, and probably something we should talk about. Emotion Potion is not responsible for any decisions made while under its influence, included, but not limited to, in a third vintage record plate, when your neighbors are plotting against you, or sending an email that starts with, "Hey, long time no talk. Here's my emotional journey. Use at your own risk." Introducing Emotion Potion. Available in emotional varieties like NKO, great for texting you up, your ex's ex, mournful melody that's served during thunderstorms and piano music, betrayal berry for confronting that childhood friend who switched teams in dodgeball. And before you ask, no, these are not all the same guy in different ways. That'd be weird and definitely not what is happening here. Wicked was in the call. I think I recorded that part.
Emotion potion, spray responsibly.
That was from our sponsor, Emotion Potion. I don't know how to get out of this.
W sponsor.
Huge.
And this is from
Huge.
our sponsor, Winter Dust.
Here we go.
Is your winter just not hitting the same? Feeling cold, depressed, and emotionally unavailable?
You need winter dust.
What is this? Is this
Ew, no, it's seasonal zest in powdered form, legally distinct in 37 countries.
But don't take our word for it. These are what our loyal customers have to say. I haven't felt this alive since Woodstock, and I wasn't even there.
Back when Trevor had long hair.
I closed 14 deals in 3 hours. I'm vibrating. I cleaned the whole store. I swept. I cleaned the toilets. I did the bathrooms. I counted all the money and put it all away. I locked the doors and turned off all the signs and all the lights. And it's not even noon. This stuff is amazing. What's in this stuff? Winter Dust contains
Vitamin D, sugar, caffeine, crushed candy canes, motivated podcast dust, pure joy, and just a whisper of legal ambiguity.
The makers of Winter's Dust does not condone, endorse, or distribute any actual cocaine or any other controlled substances. Winter's Dust is a parody product and not intended for human consumption, inhalation, or serious use. Side effects may include spontaneous dance parties, irrational confidence, talking too fast, and making questionable career choices. Not for use of children, pets, people with common sense. Do not operate heavy machinery, light machinery, or even a toaster while using Winter's Dust. If experience has lasted more than 72 hours, please consult a lawyer, a doctor, or your mom. Winter's Dust is not FDA approved, DEA approved, or approved by anyone with a medical degree. Use at your own risk. Side effects may include excessive optimization, intense productivity, spontaneous snowball fights, and mild time travel.
I am not a medical professional, but I did stay up all night watching YouTube, and I approve this message. So where can I get more?
Yeah, ask your dealer, local seasoned distributor, or visit winterdust.gov today.
Those are great. Both of those are great.
Thank you to our sponsors, Winter Dust and Emotion Potion. Trevor.
Yeah.
You have 90 seconds to prep for this. You're a time traveler pitching a sitcom. Go. Okay, go ahead.
All right, man. So I got this idea for the show, right? We're gonna call it Schneinfeld. What we're gonna do is we're gonna get this really shitty apartment, right? By the way, the year's like 1950. I traveled back in time. Anyway, we get this really shitty show called Schneinfeld. We get this really shitty apartment, right? We get everybody to do a bunch of crazy drugs before we start shooting. After that, we make really, really dry jokes. Just the driest jokes of all time. Then, when people don't laugh, we put a laugh track on it, right? Because then they think it's funny, but it's not actually funny. That's what makes it funny. You see what I'm saying? Then we do more drugs after the show. That's my pitch.
Okay, not Ben, Trevor coming in and earning 5 points for that sketch. All right.
Oh.
Ben, you're a barbarian hosting a cooking show. You have 90
Okay.
seconds to get ready and come up with a script.
Okay.
You can begin whenever you want.
Welcome in, everybody. This is Ben the Barbarian's cooking show. I am Ben the Barbarian, and today we are doing the most barbaric cooking I could think of. We found ourselves a wild Cubone out in the wild, and we're gonna make ourselves Cubone soup. So it's pretty easy. Honestly, most people don't know, but you'd think the skull removes off of the Cubone, but it doesn't. Actually, the barbarian way to do it is you just rip apart the stomach, and you rip out the stomach out of the Cubone, and then you save all the good juices in here. This is what we're gonna make our stock with. And we're gonna take the body of the Cubone, we're gonna place it in the oven, and we're gonna heat this up, put some salt, some pepper, some olive oil, and get this nice and good, because this is gonna be the base. This is gonna be what we're eating the soup out of. So once we put this in the oven, we already got one in for later. And actually, let me grab that really quick. So once you've taken it all out and everything, you're gonna actually get this nice green color coming onto it. And that's when you know it's done. I already made my soup and stock too. So that's later in the video. Just skip to that part if you want. There's things in the video for that. But that's pretty much it. Thanks for coming to Ben the Barbarian's cooking show.
All right, Ben coming with a show, and he has earned 10 points that round. He now currently is sitting at 15 points in the lead. Wicked. You have 90 seconds to get ready. You're a wizard applying for a desk job. Okay, go, start whenever you want.
Okay. Whew. All right. Hey, sorry, man. I'm late for the interview. I just had to slay this dragon down by the creek. I'm sorry. Let me go ahead and put my wand up. Hi, how's it going? My name's Billy Bob. I'm the wizard down in the south. I'm just looking for a nice little job, desk job. Not trying to do much. I still got to do my magics and potions on the weekend, so I'm not looking for a whole 9 to 5. Just maybe 3 days a week. I heard your job was looking on Indeed, so I decided to come by and put in an application. I think I qualify to everything that you are looking for. I'm really good with magic, so I can really get stuff done super fast for you. Like, I'm talking, blink of an eye. You want paperwork done? Hey, look, snap your finger, just a little hocus pocus, throw a little magic dust on it, and bam, the whole book's done for you in like seconds. No more waiting a whole weekend. I'm your guy. You look at me, and I can promise you that everything's going to be fine. Right, look, you need video intros. Look, I can hire some people, and if they don't want to get hired on, I'll just enchant a couple people. We'll possess a few people for a few hours. They'll never know the difference. We'll use them for a few videos and just let them loose, and yeah. So I don't really ask for much on pay. A little bit of pay here and there, a little bit of money just for food. Couple of eye newts as well. It's really hard to come by. I need that for some of my excess potions. So I could really use an extra few of those on the side. Yeah, thank you. I would love to stay in chat, but I do have to hurry up and go slay this dragon down at the bayou. But if you do give me this shot, I promise you, I will not let you down. Thank you.
Thank you for applying, Mr. Billy Bob the Wizard.
All right, let's go.
You guys are ready?
Yep.
This one will be whoever wants to answer first. Show of hands, I guess. I don't know. Types of animals.
He hit the button to go off to not answer specifically.
I'll say
He said,
wicked.
nope, don't.
Mammals.
Mammals is not the answer I'm looking for. Ben?
Kitties.
Kitties is not what I'm looking for. Trevor?
Arachnids.
Not what I'm looking for. We'll just keep going in order from Wicked here.
Platypuses.
Not what I'm looking for. Ben?
Fido.
Not what I'm looking for. Wicked?
Old Yeller.
Not what I'm looking for. Ben?
Big animals.
That is a point to Ben.
Okay.
Anybody want Wicked?
Small animals.
Not what I'm looking for.
Rick.
Trevor?
Orange animals.
Not what I'm looking for. Wicked?
Dead animals.
Not what I'm looking for. Wicked?
Stinky animals.
Not what I'm looking for. Trevor? You can keep your hand up.
Even
after.
larger animals.
Not what I'm looking for. Let's go to the next category here.
Okay.
Stuff in a kitchen. Trevor?
Silverware.
Not what I'm looking for. Wicked?
Refrigerator.
Not what I'm looking for. Trevor?
Large silverware.
Not what I'm looking for. Wicked?
Kitchen sink.
Not what I'm looking for. Trevor?
My wife.
Not what I'm looking for. Wicked?
Oven.
Not the answer I'm looking for.
Spoons in a kitchen.
Not what I'm looking for. Trevor?
A floor.
Not what I'm looking for. Stuff in a kitchen.
Myself making breakfast.
Not what we're looking for. Wicked?
Pantry in a kitchen.
Not it. Think of all the things that have given you guys points this game.
I've actually been thinking of this whole time.
Trevor, did you have another guess? I saw your hand there for a second.
Yeah, and then you said that, and I was like, let me think.
Trevor, sorry. I didn't.
My measuring cup, small to large.
Not what I'm looking for. All right, let's go Wicked. Last one, and then we'll go to the next category.
Food in a kitchen.
Not what I'm looking for. Movie titles.
Scary movie.
Not what I'm looking for. Wicked.
I'm in love with a T-Rex.
Not what I'm looking for.
I'm in love with a stripper.
Jumanji.
Not what I'm looking for.
The Lord of the Rings trilogy.
Not what I'm looking for. Wicked.
Demon Wind.
Not what I'm looking for.
Moneyball.
Not what I'm looking for. Wicked.
The movie theater.
No.
I'm like trying to think of all the things that you guys got points from. Like, get something out of
Wicked.
that.
Roadhouse.
Not what I'm looking for. You guys got a lot of your points from the
skits and the drawing.
skits, yeah.
Mhm.
Were you guys paying attention when I was adding points during the skits, or were you just immersed in the skits?
No, I was like trying to pick apart everything to like understand what was earning.
Because there was a correlation. Do we want to move on from movie titles?
Yes.
Movie titles. How about this? Pokemon.
That is the end of the game show. Does anybody want to guess what the rule of the game was?
Oh. I don't know, man. Like,
At first, I was thinking that the only thing that got us a lot of points during the skit one, which I thought the reason we got a lot of points was because we kept saying the word multiple time of what we were. So like I thought it was because I said I'm a barbarian a lot. Trevor made sure to say like, "Hey, I'm a time traveler." Like I'm a time traveler. Wicked. So I was
I
like,
don't think
maybe
Trevor said he was a time traveler once.
he
I
said
did.
it. He said it once. So I was like, he got that. So he got less points than I got. I made sure to say it a couple times, and then Wiki got more points than Trevor too, and he said it more. So I was thinking it was that.
All right.
But
If you guys want to DM me your final guesses of what the game might be, think of everything that has happened. When you got points, what your answer was for that question.
Danny over here being crazy in chat. Talking about
I'm pretty
my
sure Danny probably
FOF
knows the
page.
rules.
All right. I messaged.
Okay. This is heavily inspired from Game Changers. All right, we're just waiting for Wicked.
God damn, Wicked.
Technically, Wicked is right, but that isn't what was deciding the actual points of the game.
oh,
He said the host decides. I did decide the rules at the beginning of the game,
I mean,
but
yeah.
it's not the rule of the game. I'll give you guys one more chance. Think about the name of your skits. Maybe will help you guys a little bit.
I didn't name my skit.
Like what was the thing I gave you for your skit? It's actually from Dropout now. Because college humor isn't a thing.
I don't know, man. Like I'm over here just racking my brain.
I'll try to remind you guys. It was Trevor, the time not what was it? Trevor was
Time
the
traveler.
time traveling what?
Sitcom idea person. Time traveler who had to come up with a sitcom idea.
Ben was Barbarian with the Cook Show. And
Yeah.
Wicked was the wizard applying for a resume. Or applying for a
Or
job.
interview. Or yeah.
I will say Ben has answered correctly. He gets 5 points.
Suck my balls, Trevor.
Ben, what you say to him?
I mean,
You guys can still guess and get 5 points, so it's a little closer if you want. I can't either. I will say I practically handed you guys the answer. That is also not the answer I'm looking for, Wicked.
I don't know, man.
You want any guesses, or I can explain the rules of the show right now?
I mean, I'm not winning regardless. So I'm okay if you explain the rules.
The rules of this game was the answer needed to start with the first letter of your name.
Are you fucking kidding me? That's
I'm
so good.
not. That is the rule of the game.
That's so good. Wow.
The final scores. Wicked with 8 points. Better than a goose egg, let me say. I was really worried when we were getting into this.
I mean, that's really hard
spreads.
that's really hard for Wicked.
Trevor. Close to Wicked with 10 points. And Ben the Goblin dominating this game with 21 points.
There we go.
Rigged.
Dude, I feel like
It was
Call a
rigged.
rig out.
The game was rigged. So that
I feel like I'm
the
starting to
answers-
win a lot of these games you make. I like this.
Yeah, you beat my game and then you beat Ricky's game.
I'm 2 for 2.
We will be having you back, hopefully, Ben. I want to make this a recurring series. At least 4 episodes.
Yeah, you hear that, Trevor? I'm coming back.
If I ever decide to do another Jeopardy, you're coming back on that too. So
We need to do an anime one soon.
Yeah,
I know
yeah.
you guys have all said that too.
Wicked, you got to make a game show now, and I want to be on.
Dude, if I had the
Start streaming
resources
again,
to do it, I
Daddy.
would, man. Y'all got all these props and shit. I don't know the first thing about doing all that. I wish I
Props?
could.
I literally made this in a night, technically.
Mine took like a week.
Yeah, but then you
yeah.
have like, then y'all have like fucking and damn ads and shit.
I mean,
all that.
I don't think
I did
Trevor's had
that
an
in
ad.
4 hours. I did that in 4 hours.
Mine was pretty quick too. It was all in one go.